Okay, that should be good. I got myself muted, I think. I think I'm alive. Who knows? Okay, I have things set up a bit different. This might not be the best method of working. Let me move the chat over here so it's not blocked. Yeah, I believe that we are live. And once again, hey, Cobra, hold on. Cobra wants to say something. Look at that. Cobra, that's what you always say. Okay. Uh, back back to me. We are live. This is the Cave TV Allentown Spectacular. I believe this is the first time Cave TV or Caveman News have ventured into the realm of exploring not well, we did El Paso month year or so ago, so we have discussed other cities, but honestly, El Paso feels like a distant cousin, or not even that distant cousin of Carlsbad, so it seems very good, but it seems very relevant, and it seems good. I do like El Paso, but as we always do when we do these Patreon streams, I have no idea how to start them because we don't have our big elaborate intro and everything. And I believe I have it set up so that whenever Pepito shows up, he will just appear magically without any prompting. He will just, one day we'll look and he will be there. Or 1 minute. Or one day. Who knows? I am excited for that. I wonder what it's going to be like when he shows up. But this is the time that he wanted to meet up at 5 p.m. New Mexico time here in the wonderful city. I don't know, do we have a nickname for Carlsbad? This is the Allentown, Pennsylvania episode, and one of the many facts I've learned about Allentown, Pennsylvania is that the motto of the town is Sic Semper Tyrannis, translated to thus always to tyrants, which is, of course, I think that's what John Wilkes Booth said when he shot and, what's the phrasing? Compromised Abraham Lincoln to a permanent end. I believe that's what he said. And I also think that the Oklahoma City bomber, Timothy McVeigh, I think he had a shirt that said Sic Semper Tyrannis. So, Allentown, what a motto you have. I'm not sure if Carlsbad has a motto, but we really should. It'd probably have something to do with bats. Just thinking. And on that topic, I do frequently search on YouTube for videos that mention Carlsbad, New Mexico, and I look at just the things that were uploaded this week. And I tell you, these days, I'm just paranoid. I want to make sure I have eyes on Pepito just in case he shows up. No, he's still not here. Alright. But anyway, I've seen a big uptick of late of videos about the bat bomb when it comes to recent Carlsbad videos. Of course, we all know the World War II project, where their idea was to attach incendiary bombs to bats and then let them loose over Japan, drop them from a plane over Japan with the idea that they would fly and find crevices in buildings, and then the incendiary bombs would go off and it would burn down a lot of the buildings in Japan. That was the plan. We've discussed it many times, I think 3 or something like that, but everybody keeps making bat bomb videos, and while I do appreciate the concentration on Carlsbad, the greatest city in the world, I find it kind of redundant to keep having. I mean, we're more than just bat bombs. I mean, we have other qualities. Uh, it's not even. I'm not even that offended by how many Carlsbad Caverns videos there are. Because it's a beautiful, majestic trip to take, sight to see, experience to breathe in, get that deep guano smell in your lungs, deep in your nasal cavities. I do love the caverns, but we are more than caverns. We are more than bat bombs. I want Pepito to show up. It's already, I've been talking. Geez, has it been 5 minutes already? Let me just make sure he's not texting or anything like that. Nope, he is not here. All right. Well, I want to wait to begin speaking about Allentown. This is a very special Cave TV episode. Usually we do these and we kind of unwind and talk about the last topic. This week that would be the Rattlesnake Derby that we talked about last Saturday. That was a lot of fun. Big fan of that. I really think we need to contact I'm sure they're actually watching. I was going to say we need to talk to the Chamber of Commerce, but I'm 100% sure that they are watching and keeping an eye. Oh, look who it is. There he is. Hold on, let's switch. Make that go. Okay. Boom. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. It is Pepito. God, hitting him hard. Pepito.
So good.
Wow. Beautiful. What do you mean,
Took me forever. Sorry, y'all.
Nah, I like it. I was hoping, I hope Pepito doesn't show up a minute early. I hope he shows up a few minutes late so he can just appear while I'm already in the middle of rambling. And that's funny to me. But this is one of our special Patreon episodes, so I feel like you need to introduce me. Don't you think?
Okay.
That's fair. I introduce you on the main show every week. This is oh my gosh, he's getting his glasses and his famous hat that we all love.
You know it.
Absolutely. Give me an introduction and then I'll enter. Ooh la la. Do you need a COVID test?
Once upon a time, back in the way back then, when I knew this man Conda, and before I wrecked my green Honda.
Yes. Beach bound no more.
Oh, that was the Volvo.
Oh, sorry. There was.
But give it up for
a quick aside
jazz
for
master.
People who are not Pepito or I. One time, we were driving and Pepito's vehicle got hit by a lady, and her shirt said, I think, was it her shirt or her bumper sticker said beach bound?
Definitely her shirt.
Her shirt said beach bound. So I always think of that when I think of car crashes and Pepito. Beach bound no more. Okay, sorry. Continue. I'm ready for the intro.
Well, as I was saying, there was a time I knew this man before I wrecked my green Honda.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the wonderful, incredible jazz master, artistic painting, Conda loving or Cobra loving.
Yes.
Man. TV whiz.
Okay.
Conda.
Okay. All right, hold on. I gotta make my intro.
Yeah.
I need long headphones so I can make a big entrance. Oh, we're getting something in the chat. I can't tell what it is. It was either like smiley faces or flames. And I just bent down to look at it and they disappeared right when I got close to it once again. But whatever. I've been introduced. Everybody knows it's Pepito. I'm Conda. Welcome. This is not Caveman News. This is Cave TV, the network. This is our little side project. I'm excited to talk about Allentown, but I was just telling all the people at home, the masses out there, that if they're not familiar, when we do these Patreon episodes, usually we talk about wrapping up the last show, and then we end with introducing the next show. So, do you have any further thoughts about the Rattlesnake Derby that we just got done discussing on Saturday?
Well, I look forward to our future
Rattlesnake
Derby.
Absolutely. I was commenting in the first 5 minutes, the 5-minute ramble while we were waiting for you to show up, that I was going to say we need to contact the Chamber of Commerce to let them know that this would be great for tourism here in town. But I am pretty convinced that they're watching. How could they not be watching?
Yes.
I mean, come on, what other show talks about Carlsbad and gives it big
as
props?
Much as us.
Exactly. Okay, I understand they haven't given us the key to the city yet, but okay, we have something in the chat from Dark Farts. Where is my magnifying glass? Pepito, can you vamp welcome to Dark Farts while I find my magnifying glass? Hold on.
Yeah. Pennsylvania. I am a huge fan of pretzels. I especially love pretzel crisps. The original flavor. Everyone I show them to hates on them. But I love them. Yes.
Wonderful. All right, I got a new magnifying glass. Just came in today. Instead of 30x, 30 times magnification, this one's a 45. 45 times magnifying power. I mean, look at that. Ooh, big on my patch. That's beautiful.
I see the atoms that you're made up of.
My custom Conda symbol eye patch. I do love it. And yes, Dark Farts was saying that the Rattlesnake episode was so good, and pretzel crisps dipped in melted chocolate. Ooh la la.
Yeah,
were you asking what people are snacking on while I was gone?
Well, I was just talking about how much I love pretzel crisps.
Oh yeah. Nice. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about the Rattlesnake Derby. I mean, that feels like a topic that we could talk about forever. A real Carlsbad treasure.
I never showed my snake picture.
Oh my gosh, well you better. Come on.
Oh, it popped up. Cool.
That's you?
Yeah.
Can you
but it's not a rattlesnake.
Enhance. Yeah.
Enhance.
Wow.
Enhance.
Did you have to climb up on that ladder to get it?
Yep. And jump into a tiny vat of water.
Wow. Gosh. I can't wait until you do your scaling the courthouse and performing the human bomb routine. That's going to be so sick. Actually, I was going to say
training.
I have seen a YouTube video about the human bomb routine, and I was like, oh, we should watch that sometime in preparation for Pepito's big stunt. And maybe it would be a good time to do that, but we have Allentown to talk about tonight, you know? I mean, you can't really waste time. What are your feelings about Allentown? I will remind you, we were doing one of these Patreon episodes, and we speculated on what it would be like to try to do a Caveman News about a city that wasn't Carlsbad. And you, Mr. Pepito, were the one that recommended Allentown. So, what was going through your mind? What brought that to the forefront?
Okay. Let's get a run through of what was going through my mind. Because it baffles me. I just met this guy named Alan.
Oh.
And then I asked him, have you ever been to Allentown, Alan?
Right.
And he said, no. And then You asked me something about towns.
And you were like,
Choosing
boom,
one.
that's the first thing that came in your mind. All right.
The Allentown.
Wow. I don't think of Allentown too much, but Dark Farts in the chat says it's an old ass city. And I will confirm that.
Damn.
I know very little about Allentown, but I went to read up on the history. And it started like before the United States, which I consider the United States to be very old. I mean, I'm a young baby in comparison to this nation, but I mean, it was predated by
One nation
Allentown.
under Canada.
What? Oh, our nation under
One
Canada?
nation under Canada.
Oh, yeah,
One
could
nation.
be. Could be, man. Someday. Who knows? Let's do. I already checked in once, but let's do one more check-in on Cobra.
It's back. Darn cat.
Man, I'm having trouble getting my program. I miss doing samples and playing drums and keys on these shows. I thought for a second I had it figured out and we were going to be able to do that tonight, but it crashed. I turned on my monitor, my extra monitor, and it made everything crash. But that's besides the point. We need to talk about Allentown. That's what I'm most excited about tonight. Allentown was a very interesting topic for me to learn about. I'm not sure 100% that I've been there, but I could have been. I've traveled through Pennsylvania. I wonder if Dark Farce, is that your neck of the woods? Allentown? I know you were...
Eastern Pennsylvania.
Is it? Or is that where Dark Farce is from?
No, I just said it's in Eastern.
Oh, it is? I didn't even look at it on the map. You came more prepared than I did.
I was staring out the window.
Oh, yeah? Of the Cave
And I
TV
needed
studios
something.
or where you live?
Yeah. I learned that Billy Joel has a key to the city of Allentown
Okay.
because he wrote a song about Allentown.
That might come up later. That could be. I mean, who knows? Who knows how the show goes? Uh-oh, we have something in the chat here. Let me get out my big old magnifying glass.
Something in the chat.
Dark Fire says, I'm a western and north central Pennsylvania girly.
West Side.
More of a Pittsburgh girly. Oh, wow.
Damn.
I remember traveling through Pennsylvania with the band Sabertooth Cavity back in the day, but I don't think we played in Pennsylvania, but maybe we did. I cannot remember. I remember Baltimore. That was my favorite on the East Coast. That was Baltimore. Oof, what a town. What a beautiful town.
Be more.
Be more. And more, and more, and more. But one of my favorite stories from the history of Allentown was learning this. Do you recognize that? Let me get this situated.
Oh, yeah. It's on a level of Tony Hawk.
Oh,
You have to grind it.
The Liberty Bell? Wow. I don't remember
Yeah.
that. I remember you and I used to play a lot of Tony Hawk. And
Combos.
that was the one of the big games, that and FIFA soccer at the temple.
That's summer.
At the temple in Albuquerque, New Mexico, when we ventured out and lived there. It
The
was,
Cave TV studio of then.
Yeah, the temple, the pre-Cave TV studio. Okay, here we have, went to a wild noise show in Allentown, though. That rules. Dark Farts went to a noise show. Oh my gosh, I love a noise show. It's been too long. I need to check it out. But the reason I brought up the Liberty Bell is because I have dates here, facts. It was from September of 1777 until June of 1978 or 1778, so 2 years, the Liberty Bell, they were really afraid of the British soldiers. They were like, "Oh, they're invading us. They're going to get us. Oh, these British soldiers." And they're like, "Oh, what if they take our bell and melt it down to make bullets or something like that?"
Bullets.
So they took the Liberty Bell from Philadelphia and they hid it in Allentown for those 2 years underneath the floorboards of the Zion Rest Church, I believe. And it's the Zion Reformed Church at 622 Hamilton. That's where the church is located. And underneath the floorboards, they hid the Liberty Bell there. And there were also 11 other bells that were hid because we were really afraid about the British getting our bells. And I like the thought of the bells being hidden under floorboards and everything, and them trying to be quiet. "Oh, I hope nobody rings it while the British are around. They're gonna hear the bells from beneath our floors like the Telltale Heart." But I guess that never happened.
Not
Would've been
hearing
cool,
these
though.
frequencies.
Nah. That's the first story that I enjoyed learning about Allentown, was that they hid the bell for 2 years. But I do have one story that really interested me, and let's see, let me look at my notes to see if I need to say something before I move on to... Okay. Yeah, I guess before I do the picture... what?
I just imagine you looking down at your note,
Yeah.
and it just says, "Say something."
Right? It usually does. But that's the type of thing I typically remember. I can't tell if there's something new in the chat. Let me see. Nope, it's just Dark Farce talking about the Wild Noise show. Anyway, what?
We've been to so many wild noise shows.
We've played so many Wild Noise shows. Our last one was, of course, here at the Carlsbad Rec Center when you and I played as Nylon Babylon, and we had
Powerhouse.
masks for everybody, and we requested
And
everybody
drinks.
take their shoes off. And it's kind of weird because now we do the boots off for Barrett, and I usually begin the shows wearing a mask. It's like the removing of shoes and the putting on masks has been a huge part of my life, and I don't know. I guess that is kind of weird, but I want to talk about...
Awesome.
It is. It's weird. Admit it.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
It's awesome. You sound like somebody from the Venture Brothers.
The monarch.
Oh, you sound like
The
number
monarch.
23. Not the
Number
one that's...
24.
Oh, it's 24. Yeah, 24 and 21. 21's the butterfly guy that sounds like Ray Romano, and 24 is his friend. You sounded like him. But anyway, my favorite story about Allentown involves Leonardo da Vinci. You're familiar?
Whoa. Whoa. Yes.
Oh, cool.
Very familiar.
Yeah, you are? You read the Da Vinci Code 3 times? or
Yeah,
what?
Dan Brown.
Yes.
Tom Hanks killed it.
I've never seen the movie.
Angels and Demons.
I've never
Want to see my tattoo?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh,
I'll have to wait.
Patreon won't let us. It's standards and practices. They'll
Yeah, it's a little graphic.
ban us. And the sponsors. Not that we don't have sponsors yet for Cave TV or Caveman News, but someday we'll get some sponsors. Who do you think will be our first sponsor? Do you think we'll have like
Allsups.
well, yeah. In our dreams, Allsups would sponsor Caveman News, but I was thinking, do you think it's going to be a mattress company or like a gambling website. You know, those common advertisers. It's probably gonna be
Like
one of them.
one of the like smaller tax preparation services.
Yes.
Denio's cleaners.
Oh my gosh, Heather. Ugh.
Even if the businesses don't exist anymore.
Absolutely. Q systems.
Q systems.
Well, they still have Q systems, but Q has sadly passed. Rest in.
We miss you, Q.
Rest in power chord Q.
I'll never forget the day you played. She shook me all night long and
Of
sang it and
course.
played it
Yes.
right in front of me.
I bought a cherry red flying V guitar from Q.
Ooh.
And I was like, this is the
Ugh.
coolest thing in the world. And I got it home. And I was like trying to play it while sitting down. And it was like so unwieldy and difficult. And I was like, oh, this kind of sucks to sit around and play. You have to be standing to the whole configuration of the whole thing. But Dark Farts in the chat says Snow to Go. And
Yeah.
we should reach out to Snow to Go. I mean, even if they paid us $5 a year, I would plug. I would plug their snow cones every week, and like if they got a new
We're
flavor,
gonna make-
they could, you know, we could announce it.
Yeah, and we can make collab merch.
Oh my gosh,
Like
absolutely!
we should have a shirt that lists every flavor.
Dude, I was looking at the
That'd be so
flavors.
cool.
Producer Nico and I were talking about that like a month or so ago about doing a Patreon episode where we go over all the flavors of Snow to Go snow cones, and we looked at the entire list of all of them, and it is substantial. There are so many flavors. They all brought back memories,
Yeah.
but everybody knows the best flavor is Tiger's Blood.
Oh.
You can miss me with a lot of the rest of them. Going to the swimming pool and having a Tiger's Blood snow cone, that was extremely a young Honda's
so good.
shit. Yes. But Leonardo da Vinci. Also, I got off on a tangent. Speaking of the Da Vinci Code, I remember the famous trip when my mother said we should go somewhere for spring break. I was like a sophomore or something, and she said, where do you want to go? And I said Houston and go to NASA. And so we did a mother-son trip to Houston, and I got my famous NASA jumpsuit that I've worn occasionally on Caveman News. And I remember on our way there, we stopped by Barnes & Noble, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get a new book to read while I'm there. And I guess Da Vinci Code had just come out, and they had a big stand, and I was like, what? Oh, I guess I'll read this. So I read the Da Vinci Code while we traveled to NASA. And that's what my life is like. We have something else in the chat here from Dark Farts. There was a wing place in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, with thousands of wing flavors. Does that sound like something you'd be into?
I love wings,
Yeah.
so I'd try them.
I remember by the
I'm
temple.
a Buffalo fan.
I remember by the temple in Albuquerque, there was like a wing
Wingstop.
place. Wingstop. I just remember they had great French fries. I'm not a wing man, but they had
Yes.
great. I think they put sugar in the French fries.
Yes.
Like, had that hint of sweet. It was delicious. But
If you're going to eat anywhere with Conda,
Mhm.
make sure they have good sides.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a
and
sides man.
veggie friendly.
I'm the sire of sides. That's my moniker, one of my many monikers. But Leonardo da Vinci. Now, let me tell you a story. I need to make sure I have my accurate dates here. 1482. That was the year that, gosh, I forget the fool's title. He wasn't a king, but he was in charge of the town that Da Vinci was living in. And he commissioned Da Vinci to make a sculpture. And Da Vinci said, I'm going to make a sculpture of this horse. It's going to be a great horse statue. This is 1482. And then in 1493, Leonardo da Vinci said, hey, I got that, horse statue. I've made a clay model of what it's going to look like. I have it all ready. You're going to love it. It's going to be great. And the leader who commissioned it said, well, unfortunately, I'm really afraid of French people right now, and they're going to invade our city, so I'm taking all the bronze that we had set aside for your statue, and I'm using it to make, like, cannons and stuff like that. So Da Vinci's like, what? But what about my horse statue? He's all crying about it. And then, that guy gave all the bronze away to make cannons. And then shortly thereafter, Michelangelo, the artist and everything, ran into Da Vinci and insulted him and said, ugh, you're not going to be able to cast your statue. And kind of, friendly artist rivalry. Michelangelo was snotty to Da Vinci and made fun of him because he wasn't going to be able to make the realization of his famous horse statue. I thought that was pretty funny. Michelangelo, what a funny guy. And
in your face.
So in 1499, the French did invade, and they found Da Vinci's clay model of what the statue was going to be, and they used it as target practice, and they just fired arrows into it and totally destroyed it, and then it was left out in the elements, and rain and everything destroyed it, so it was completely gone, and they never got to make the horse statue that Da Vinci was planning. Does that make you sad?
Vinci. Poor Da Vinci! It's not fair. He worked 8 years or so on that model.
I don't know. Pepito's just not even speaking?
Hello? Hello?
Should I stop?
Check.
What's going on? Pepito.
Hello?
Has he just moved to silence?
No,
something's
dude.
going on in the chat. Let me see.
Hello? Check.
Oh, she can hear you. Maybe my headphones became unplugged somehow? Pepito, can you play music or something? I can't hear you.
GTJD.
Did I
don't know,
do
man.
that?
You're gone to me. This is very
Hello.
strange.
Check.
I'm going to call you on the phone.
Okay.
Hold on. Everybody hold on. Okay. Dialing Pepito. Speakerphone.
Calm down.
I don't know what's happening. I can't hear you anymore.
Me
Darn.
either.
You can't hear yourself or me?
I hear you and I hear me.
Through the phone or...
On the headphones?
Weird. Okay, then maybe it's just me. Let me see. Where's my... I got so many wires here.
You
I
know
don't
why Caveman News is like this?
What?
Because it's made by real people.
What is?
Caveman News.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. The realest people of all. But I'm just going to continue. So, Da Vinci's horse was never realized. Michelangelo insulted... He hung up on me?
I was
Okay.
supposed to stay
I don't
on?
know. Pepito, I still can't hear you. That's why I was calling you. All right. That's very strange. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, something's gone wrong here. Hold on just a moment. Pepito, if you can hear me, will you fill some time while I try to detangle cords and figure out why my headphones went out? If
Yeah,
you'll
sure.
just like talk or do something, play music or something, so that I can try
Okay.
to fix these headphones. Hold on.
Okay. I have this friend, Dustin Woolsey, and he got tattoos really early, like when he turned 18. So one of his first tattoos was the love statue that's in Love Park in Philadelphia. I always thought that was a cool looking tattoo. Wow. We used to go skateboarding everywhere. He used to drive his little S10. Bzz, bzz, bzz. And that was pretty cool. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. I was really enjoying that Da Vinci story.
Yeah. I got it. We're
Can't
good.
believe Michelangelo was such an asshole.
Hello? Are you hearing me?
Hi. I hear you.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. I got it fixed. I did something. We're all back in order. Let me just tab over so I can see the chat. Okay. Perfect. Excellent. So, where we left off, Da Vinci never got to make his horse. Then we're going to cut to 1977. And let's go back here. This man, I need to figure out what his name is. It's something, let's see. Can you see what his name is there?
Yeah, let me full screen. No, it's not.
Charles
in the
Dent?
image. Charles Dent.
That's what I just said. Yep. Got it. Okay. Charles Dent, 1977. He reads a National Geographic article, and they talk about Da Vinci's unrealized horse sculpture. And he says, we should make that happen. We should do this. And he said, and I want to do it in my hometown of Allentown, Pennsylvania. And so he began the process of trying to realize the Da Vinci's dream. And it had many setbacks and everything. And then he founded the LDVHI, which is the Leonardo da Vinci Horse Incorporated. I don't know, it's Inc. INC, so I don't know if that's incorporated. It's something. It's Leonardo da Vinci Horse Inc. was the foundation business he started with the intention that we're going to bring this back and we're going to build this horse statue that was never built, and we're going to do it in Allentown, Pennsylvania, my favorite town to be my home. That's pretty noble. I like that.
Yeah.
Yes?
Bringing
Okay.
back Da Vinci's vision.
Yes. So he set out to do that, and then in 1994, that was 77 when he got the idea and started working on it. But raising the money and all of that was very difficult. And then he passed away in 1994. And in his will, he said, sell off my art collection and use it to fund making the creation of this horse statue a reality. and they sold off all his art, and they made $1 million off the sale of his art collection. He must have had some really nice stuff, a bit better than the stuff I have in my studio, my half of the studio over here. But that was,
dude.
I don't know if I could make $1 million off of this, but and Da Vinci's horse statue has already been made, so I don't need $1 million. Anyway, he died in 1994. A woman by the name of Nina, what's her last name? Oh, Nina Akuma. She took over and said, we're going to, we have $1 million now. We're going to do this. And she started studying Leonardo da Vinci's notebooks and finding his small sketches of the horse statue. And she even went so far as to study the people who taught Leonardo da Vinci how to draw and things like that, to see, because there weren't a ton of sketches, so she had to recreate it. And she was like, let's look at the people who taught him. That way we can get a better sense of his style, how he would have designed this. And then she also began looking at the breeds of horses that were popular in that area of Italy in the 15th century. So she went all out. And in 1999, the dream was realized. Oh, and they made the Leonardo da Vinci horse sculpture. And it's on display in Allentown. And that's my favorite Allentown story that I came across. I see something else in the chat, so I do need to get the magnifying glass and lean over here. Oh, no, there is nothing new in the chat. I'm just imagining things. That's my favorite Allentown story. And from here, I would like to move on to looking at famous people from Allentown. Do you know any?
No.
Okay.
Unless Billy Joel is.
Well,
I don't think he is.
We'll see. Let's go to the next slide here. Tim Heidecker. Allentown's own Tim Heidecker. Wonderful.
Wow.
What a class
No way.
act. He's one of the funniest people alive of our generation, I would definitely say. So big salute. We need an opposite of the Boozoo. This is like the Hall of Heroes. He doesn't get an
Cheers.
explosion. He gets
Yeah.
a clap. Maybe, just do a clap. Give me a clap for Tim Heidecker.
Oh,
You got hands. You can just clap. Okay. Yeah, nice. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to tell you what to do. You could have done your own thing. Were you looking for some other sound effect?
I don't think I have claps.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't have to be claps. If you have a better idea. That was just the first thing that came to my mind. So, thank you, Tim Heidecker. Allentown's own. Yes, he gets numbers. Beautiful. And who do I have next? Let me look at my cheat sheet. Okay, yeah, I don't have an order written down, so let's just see who comes up next. Ah, yes. Professional wrestler Brian Knobbs of the famous tag team The Nasty Boys. I remember liking them when I was a little kid. They were very gross. They were like punk. I remember one thing they would do is rub their opponents' faces into their armpits, which is disgusting. Just, nasty. But yes, Brian Knobbs is Allentown luminary.
Nasty boys.
He is. He's one of the nastiest of boys.
Oh.
What? All right, that's the sound
Nasty
effect
boys.
for Brian Knobbs, the nasty boy. Here we have Dana Snyder, Allentown's own, a.k.a. the voice of Master Shake. Cobra loves Master
that's so
Shake.
cool.
He prefers Meatwad, but he's no.
It's that darn.
He doesn't sneeze at Master Shake. So, was that darn cat the sample for Dana Snyder?
For Cobra.
Oh, okay. All right. Next, let's see who else is in our Heroes of Allentown.
Wow.
Christina Taylor from Hey Dude. I believe her husband is still Ben Stiller, and she's the blonde one right there.
How amazing.
I remember watching Hey Dude. I was a big Hey Dude fan.
Hey, dude.
Gosh, what a show. Have I been a fan of westerns and cowboys since I was a tiny little tadpole of a boy?
Na 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 na.
What?
Na 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 na.
And
All right.
Dark Fart says Paul F. Tompkins, maybe? I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe he...
He's from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but Allentown's
Not Allentown.
not Pennsylvania. And then there's something else that Dark Farts said in the chat. Let's just see. Dana Snyder is also gazpacho in the cartoon cartoon Chowder. So, are you familiar with that?
I've heard of Chowder, but I've never seen Chowder.
Me either. I don't know. But to me, Dana Snyder, that's Master Shake. That's one of the greatest cartoon characters of all time. And big shout out to Christina Taylor there. And let's see who else. Ugh. Ooh, this one is Devon. I don't know which one she is, but she's a blonde. She is a porn star, and she starred in this movie, Pirates, this pornographic film, and it had $1 million budget. It was $1 million porno that she was in, and the producer claims it was the most expensive porno ever shot. So maybe, but she is an Allentown original. Shout out to Devon. Salute to you as well. And Jerry Saggs, the other nasty boy,
The
is
other
also
nasty
from Allentown.
boy.
So there's the two of them
Nasty
together.
boys.
The nastiest of boys. I think that's all I have. Oh wait, no. There might be one more. But maybe we're going to go to pop culture. I can't remember what order I put these things in. Ah, yes. The Mickey Rourke movie. It's Darren Aronofsky, right? The 2008 film
The
Wrestler. It is mentioned that Randy the Ram, as seen here, portrayed by Mickey Rourke, is training for his comeback and says that he's having matches in Allentown. So that was an Allentown pop culture mention, another wrestling tie-in. Beautiful.
Wow, dude. You loved The Wrestler.
I have it on
and
DVD.
You loved Tim Heidecker.
Yes.
Allentown is your kind of town.
The Da Vinci Horse?
And Cobra.
That's amazing. Revitalizing and finishing a artistic project that began 500 years before. That is the type of thing I love. As a quick aside, I've told Pepito, but on the last Caveman News, the outro beat that I am playing right now, those drums that just kicked in, I heard those while I was out walking one of the big Great Danes, the 165-pound dog, and I heard the drumming of somebody in their garage, and I took that dog home. I got his brother, the 150-pound Great Dane, and I grabbed my field recorder and went back out, and then I stood on the sidewalk outside the house where I heard the drums, and I recorded them, and then I made that outro beat. I just laid some synths over this stranger's drumming. And what are you smiling at? What's going on?
Just playing with the camera while I was listening to you discuss your beat.
Oh, yeah. Anyway.
I love that beat.
Anyway, I'm a fan of collaborating with people you've never met in real life. I think that is fascinating. That fool doesn't even know he's famous. His drums are famous.
Yeah.
Everybody saw the Rattlesnake Derby episode, and now everybody's familiar with his drumming, and he's a celebrity without even knowing it. It's kind of a beautiful story. But anyway, yeah, that's our third wrestling reference for Allentown. Randy the Ram trained for his return there. And Frank Zappa, not from Allentown, but he did mention Allentown in his song 200 Years Old. So shout out to Allentown for being mentioned in a Frank Zappa song. Beautiful. What do you think about Frank Zappa's facial hair? You had a mustache at one point.
He reminds me of
Mateo?
Matt G.
Ugh, yeah.
They're kind of similar.
Yeah. I wish Frank Zappa hadn't ripped
real
off Matt.
serious.
That's crazy.
They're really serious about their guitar playing and the way they direct their bands.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's it for pop culture, but I do have one more. Yes, one more wrestler that is from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Everybody knows, you love him. Billy Kidman, as seen here in 1997 in WCW, where he was portraying a wrestler who was a heroin addict. And he would be scratching himself and looking dirty all the time. So, shout out to Billy Kidman. I think, yeah, that's all I have there. That's Allentown to me. I feel like we've... Gosh, is this this might be our longest Patreon episode. But, yeah, do you have anything, Allentown, you would like to say? I have one more thing.
Just that Billy Joel has the key to the city. Maybe we should write a song about Carlsbad.
I feel like every song we write is about Carlsbad at its core. But It's funny you say that. I was going to ask, can you sing the Billy Joel song Allentown?
No. I just barely heard about it.
Okay. Well, what do you imagine it would be like? I'll give you some background music, and then give me some lyrics. Sing about Allentown. I'll do the. I don't have my keyboard, so I'll use my vocal instrument.
Oh, it's like Chris Allen, Gigi Allen. No, I'm going to Allentown. I'm gonna hang out in Allentown. Allentown.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably what it goes like. I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be. But, alright, I think that pretty much does it. That covers Allentown. Oh, hang on, I do need to hit my Pepito sample. I haven't hit it today.
Conda.
Pepito mi corazón.
That one gets stuck in my head. That and producer Nico and I were recently at Daiso, the Japanese dollar store. And every time we go there, I hear the Daiso theme song playing over the speakers, and that's been stuck in my head. That and the Pepito song, those are the ones stuck in my head. What's been stuck in your head this week? Oh, is that Peep Show? I know it. I know you. That's Peep Show, Season 1. Yeah, that is. I know it is. You don't even have to confirm
Or-
that I'm right, because I know. What?
Hey, if you're looking for me,
Yeah.
you better look under the sea.
Because that
Cause that is where you'll find me.
underneath the sea lab.
Sea lab.
Underneath the water.
The
Sea
water.
lab.
The sea
This is,
lab.
this is a Wrestling and Cartoon Network episode.
Heavy.
Hang on. Let me
Wait.
catch up on the chat really quick.
We
Uh,
are the.
Dark Fart says it has lots of row houses and is old and a little crunchy. Also says good
Sounds like me.
scene. There's an old factory that had been converted into art spaces, and it was nice. Beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Sounds like the fun place.
Cobra just ran off. He got excited. Something must be going on outside the studio.
He's like, I'm going to Allentown.
But what we need to do now is close this out and let everybody know that this Saturday night. Oh my gosh, I'm covering up Pepito. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
Two.
This
all
Saturday, it's episode 122, The Life of Ad Man Bill Colvert. Or is it Colvert? I'm not sure. But I'm excited to share with everybody who is not aware the life of the ad man, the madman of ad men, Bill Colvert. That's going to be a fun one. I like what you have right now, the other camera angle of yourself right behind you. That's very slick.
Yes.
Wow.
Double me.
Double you. Beautiful. Okay.
Triple me.
Okay. All right. All right, Pepito. I think that's it. We don't know how to close these out either. What do you got?
Oh, you can't see it.
Well, that's why you got to tell me what it is.
It's the glitter rusty shirt.
Oh, Glitter Rusty.
But you can't see it good.
Yeah, but that we appreciate it. And with you telling us what it is, we can really feel the importance. Pepito, it's been fun to
Love you, caveman.
It's been fun to look at Allentown, and maybe someday we'll have to do another look at another city. But we have other stuff we need to do on Patreon. As I say, we need to do a rundown of snow cone flavors from Snow to Go. We still need to design the Caveman News board game.
Yes.
We have a lot coming up. I'm looking forward to it, Pepito. How do you think we should close this?
We can just do what we usually do, and I exit away.
Okay. All right. We're exiting.